This segment is sponsored by Goodyear Courtesy Tire and Automotive of Tacoma. Award-winning service at the Tacoma Mall.
Howdy ho, Seahawk friends. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Matt Case here, Best Fans Video Podcast. Well, what's going to be in store for the postseason? We will hear from the fisherman, Jeff Aaron. This guy is like clairvoyant. He's got his crystal ball. He's looking, he's forecasting, and we will see what the fisherman has in store. First up will be the Niners. Week 17, we'll look at that. Larry Lomax, of course, stops by with a feature on the Blue Thunder. Jingle Bells style. How do you play Jingle Bells on a drum? We'll find out. Larry Lomax will spotlight that. And of course, the lovely and talented queen of boom, Dallas Bales, all things social media. First though, we will look, do we have to do this? Dan's filming right now. Dan, do we have to look back at that horrible loss? It left a bad taste in my mouth. I guess we'll look back at it. Here's Spike O'Neill with the highlights and lowlights from that loss in Week 16.
Thanks, Matt. Well, the Hawks lost to Arizona probably cost them the 2 seed and a week off in the playoffs. I don't know what scared me more in the loss to Arizona was the offense's inability to get going or the defense's inability to close out the ball game. Offenses struggled early in games and in seasons for quite a while. We know that. They always seem to find a way to get themselves going. Is the lack of a ground game going to be what undoes this team down the stretch and keeps them from going all the way? The short passing game, the efficiency passing game, the West Coast passing game works well for the Hawks. Does that not work from the first kick of the ball game on? I don't understand that. I don't know a lot, but I know that I'm not smarter than Darrell Bevell. People have a problem with Darrell Bevell, but he knows more than I do, and I think he knows what he's doing. Clearly, if they could throw from the first tip, they would, but something's not there that way. Defensively, the Hawks just can't close things out right now, and I think that's because Earl Thomas is out. The loss of Earl Thomas is going to be monstrous down this stretch for this team and into the playoffs, and I don't know if they're big enough to overcome it. They can't get a pass rush at the moment, and teams pick them apart without Earl, and his play in the run game is missing as well. They're a solid team, as good as anybody in the NFC, maybe as good as anybody in the NFL. But without the key pieces that injuries have taken away, not to mention Tyler Lockett, without the key pieces that injury have taken away, this team may not have the horses to go all the way. But the last time I said that, they got to the 1-yard line against New England in the Super Bowl. So, again, I'm not a smart guy.
This segment is sponsored by Laura Lundeen at Abbey Realty, your realtor for life.
It wasn't very pretty, not a lot to look at. That Week 16 loss, I'm still I'm trying to shake that one off. Thank you very much, Spike O'Neill. I love that. How long did it take you to grow that, Spike? He'll email us. Up next, we look online and around the world, things that are happening, social media, the queen of boom, the queen of hawk armor, Dallas Bales.
Hey everyone, Dallas Bales here, and thank you for sticking around for my segment in the Best Fans Video Podcast. Let's talk about our last game now. The Cardinals. That game had us on the edge of our seat. I almost had a heart attack. The first half was almost unbearable to watch. We just couldn't find our groove. The Cardinals defense was on top of things. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. We couldn't get nothing going our way. But then we went into halftime. I don't know what Pete Carroll said. I don't know what was discussed. But as soon as we went into the second half of that game, Russell Wilson was lights out. He had 4 touchdown passes. Unfortunately, Tyler Lockett suffered a broken leg. Man, that was so sad to see him get hurt like that. After Baldwin's touchdown catch, you could see he dropped to one knee, and he was very emotional. Almost as if that one was for Lightning Lockett. Prayers to you, Lockett, and hope you heal up fast. The Cardinals seemed to know exactly how to beat us. They stuffed our run game, and Russell Wilson had to go get our points up in the air. But man, was that a good game. We had some failed opportunities with the kicking team, had some failed situations with our offense. It just seemed like we couldn't get in that perfect rhythm. We gave Cardinals a fight though, that's for sure. That game was suspenseful to the very end. Good game, Arizona. With losing to Arizona, we lost our shot at second seed. But all is not lost. Hopefully the Falcons lose to the Saints, And if we finish the season off with a win against the Niners, we can regain that home field advantage. Gosh, I love football. You never know what's gonna happen. You know, guys, it's sad to say, this game is the end of the regular season. It's had its ups and downs, but the Best Fans Video Podcast has kept you in the loop. So if you guys haven't already, make sure to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Despite what happens and what seed we get, I'm convinced the Hawks are gonna shock the world. You see what I did there? Hawk the world. Hawks do better under pressure anyways. We got dogs in our pack. They're made of grit, determination, and led by none other than Pete Carroll. We're ready to bring the boom. So watch out, NFC. The playoffs are the Hawks' stomping grounds. We're very familiar, and we're good with overcoming adversity. And once again, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for sticking around for the Best Fans Video Podcast. We have a lot of fun making this for you guys. And 12s, don't fret. We got this. And like always, go Hawks. Boom.
What do you do when your septic system starts to fail? That's no small problem, but you can find big relief from A Advanced Septic. A Advanced Septic and Construction Services can provide new septic installations, repair drain fields, and resolve backups. Got other home projects that need concrete work? They can help with retaining walls, decks, driveways, and patios. Get the job done right the first time. A Advanced Septic and Construction Services, helping you from the ground up.
There she is, the Queen of Boom, Dallas Hawk and Bales. And if you've got an event that you're a part of, you want us to know about, hit us up so that way we can go and we can send Dallas and Armando. We can be a part of the fun. We'd love to share in the excitement because that's really what being a 12 is all about here at the Best Fans Video Podcast. All right, so we are rolling on. Don't forget, we wrap up Week 17 on the road in the Bay Area. The Fish Jeff Aaron will be by to highlight that. First, though, let's drum roll, please. Larry Lomax, take it away as we spotlight Blue Thunder.
This segment is sponsored by A Advanced Septic and Construction Services, serving the Pacific Northwest from the ground up.
12's Larry Lomax here from Spirit 105.3. And yeah, last week's game was a bit of a heartbreaker, wasn't it? But on we go to the final challenge in San Francisco. I tell you, my heart goes out to Tyler Lockett. That guy has, I don't know. He's amazing on the field, and he's as amazing off the field, too. As you know, he took a bad hit, was in the hospital, and says his surgery went well this week, which is good to know. Of course, we also know that he's going to take a while to be able to fully heal. I just had a couple tweets out this week, and Tyler says, I would like to say thank you. I love you guys, and I'm very thankful for every one of you that has reached out to me. So if that's you, thumbs up. I want to keep him in our hearts and prayers. All right. You know those drums you often hear outside of CenturyLink Field? Let's take a listen to what they've got going this time of year.
Since 1965, Pacific Travel Center has been the place to go for all your camping and travel needs. We're a full-service dealership located in South Tacoma with a variety of new and used campers and travel trailers, ready for you to load up and enjoy with your family. Pacific Travel Center will greet you with an experienced staff, show you an assortment of popular camper and trailer brands, as well as offer a complete parts store and large service department. Pacific Travel Center, putting the RV in travel for over 50 years.
This segment is sponsored by Pacific Travel Center, with ultralight travel trailers since 1987.
Thank you, Larry Lomax, Double L, right there. Love that, dude. All right, week 17, we wrap up the regular season on the road in the Bay Area, and none other than the lovely and talented fisherman Jeff Aaron. This guy, the dude needs his own show. I mean, come on. Can we get a crowdfunding page to get the fish a show? Come on, that's what I want in 2017. Here he is, the fisherman Jeff Aaron.
This segment is sponsored by Olympic Crest Coffee, a premier coffee roaster in the heart of the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, Seahawks fans, I'm the Fish Jeff Aaron, taking a week off of work at Fox Sports 1380 and 95.3 FM, and I'm just sitting here on my computer, crash coursing on NFL stats, trends, point spreads, overs, and unders, because I'm going to Vegas, baby. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. When you're nicknamed the Fish and you play drums, this is pretty much what you get. The Tyler Lockett injury really casts a pall over everything. It was awful when you see a leg dangling there like that, and a broken leg, broken fibula, and all kinds of damage. It really spoils things, and this is a brutal game, this National Football League. Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota going down this week were awful and awful. So a lot of teams are brethren together this week, fan bases at least, with some injuries that will affect the playoffs and perhaps even into next season. Now, the Seahawks were given as close as you're going to get to a bye week this week as they face the red-hot San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco won last week, their second win of the year, jeopardizing their draft positioning. But this should be a feel-good game for the Seahawks. There's no home field advantage for San Francisco. In fact, there'll probably be more Seahawks fans at the game than Niner fans. I know a lot of my friends vacationing over the holidays to Santa Clara to watch this game. The Seahawks are 9.5-point favorites. The Seahawks have issues. We all know it. Richard Sherman's getting testy with the media, and now he's not saying a word. When did you think that would ever happen? The running game continues to suffer with the offensive line and Thomas Rawls and the Procise injury from earlier this year. I thought the Seahawks should have taken a page out of Green Bay's book and put Tyler Lockett at running back like Green Bay did with their wide receiver, but too late for that now. Seattle will be watching the scoreboard for this game. If the Atlanta Falcons are winning and winning big, that takes some of the luster off of this because the Hawks will not be able to get back into that number 2 spot with a Falcon win. But it still could be an important game nevertheless. Later in the day, Green Bay and Detroit will play. That's got some playoff implications on it. But more often than not in this week's NFL schedule, there's not a lot on the line. The Seahawks will they will have the attention of this game simply because they'd love to get that number 2 seed and they know what a week off means to them. So this is all about scoreboard watching and just taking care of business. I have no miracle game plans. I don't know what's going on with the Hawks from week to week, and neither do the Hawks themselves. So it's short, sweet, and sassy for me this week on my vacation week. It's go Seahawks. I assume this is going to be a methodical, take care of business, low scoring, humdrum win. Most important thing I said, win. Happy New Year, everyone.
All right, so there's the fisherman Jeff Aaron. I am excited because Seahawks will be in the postseason. One way or another, we will have a home playoff game here at the Clink. Now, will it be after a bye and as the number 2 seed, or will we be hosting a playoff game? And if it is a wild card playoff game, will it be Atlanta? Will it be Tampa Bay, who just smoked us earlier this year? Or will we have a chance to rest up and heal? I'm hoping we're all praying for that number 2 seed, aren't we? Well, we'll find out as the Best Fans Video Podcast rolls on. We'll see ya. Go Hawks.